Your power is within you, waiting to be unleashed. It has been there all along, silently waiting for you to recognize it and claim it as your own. This power is not something external that you must seek out or hope for. It's an energy that resides deep inside you, waiting for the right moment to burst forth. But too often we forget how powerful we truly are. We get caught up in the noise of everyday life, the opinions of others, and the doubts we carry about ourselves. We look outside for answers, for validation, for a sense of purpose. The truth is, everything you need to succeed is already within you. Embracing your power means accepting that you are more than capable of shaping your own destiny. You are not limited by your past mistakes, your fears, or the obstacles that may stand in your way. Those are just temporary setbacks. The real force within you is timeless and unwavering. It doesn't matter where you've been, who you've been, or what's happened in your life up until this point. What matters is that you recognize your ability to rise above it all and create something greater for yourself. This power is about more than just raw talent or intelligence. It's about your mindset, your belief system, your resilience. It's about knowing that no matter the circumstances, you can find a way through. Embracing your power means refusing to allow anyone or anything to define you, to tell you what you can or cannot do. You're not a victim of your circumstances, but a creator of your future. Every single day, you have the opportunity to tap into this power, to align your actions with your vision, and to push forward with unwavering conviction. Your power is not just about achieving goals, it's about the energy you put out into the world. When you fully embrace who you are and the limitless potential inside you, you radiate that energy to everyone around you. You influence the people you interact with, the situations you find yourself in, and the results you achieve. The more you recognize and embrace your power, the more it grows. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. And with that strength, you become unstoppable. It's also about the ability to decide, to choose at any given moment that you are going to act in alignment with your true purpose, regardless of fear or doubt. The power within you lies in your ability to make choices that serve your highest good, even when the world around you seems uncertain or challenging. Every choice you make is a step toward your greatest self. Every choice is an opportunity to reinforce the truth that you are in control, that you are the one who gets to decide who you will become. To embrace your power is to step fully into the driver's seat of your life. It means taking responsibility for your actions, your results, and your future. It's easy to look around and point fingers at circumstances, at other people, or at external events that seem to be controlling your life. You are the one who decides what story you are living. You are the one who controls the direction of your journey. When you tap into your power, you become fearless. Fear no longer holds you back. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not being enough, they all lose their grip on you. You start to realize that fear is just a feeling, an illusion that has no real power over you unless you allow it. When you embrace your power, you see fear for what it truly is, an opportunity to grow, to evolve, and to prove to yourself that you can overcome anything. The more you confront fear head on, the more you realize that it can't stop you. Because your power is greater than any fear that comes your way. You are capable of far more than you think. The dreams you have, the goals you want to achieve, the life you desire, But it starts with embracing the power that's already within you. It starts with choosing to believe in yourself, in your abilities, and in your potential to achieve the extraordinary. When you do this, you step into a whole new realm of possibilities, a realm where nothing is out of reach, a realm where your power knows no limits. Change is one of the most powerful forces in the universe. It's the catalyst that drives growth, innovation, and personal evolution. But despite its undeniable power, change often brings fear. It's the fear of the unknown, the fear of stepping away from what is familiar and comfortable. Change can feel unsettling, and that discomfort can stop us from embracing it, even when we know deep down that it's what we need to move forward. But the truth is, change is inevitable. The world around us is always changing, whether we like it or not, and to stand still is to be left behind. When we resist change, we're not only fighting against external forces, but we're also fighting against the very force that has the potential to help us grow. The fear of change is rooted in a fear of loss of control, loss of certainty, loss of identity. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that staying where we are is safer than stepping into the unknown. But what we fail to recognize is that staying stuck in the same place for too long can be just as dangerous, if not more so. The fear of change keeps us confined to a small box, limiting our potential and preventing us from reaching the heights we are capable of. Change forces us to confront our beliefs, our habits, and the comfort zones we've built for ourselves. It asks us to let go of what we know and take a leap of faith into something new. And that's where the fear comes in. The human mind craves security, it craves familiarity, and when those things are threatened, fear naturally arises. We worry about what could go wrong, we think about the risks, we tell ourselves we aren't ready or that we'll fail. But the truth is, we are never truly ready for change. The very nature of change means we have to adapt, learn, and grow along the way. And that's the beauty of it, because growth doesn't happen in our comfort zones. It happens when we are forced to face the unknown, to stretch beyond what we thought was possible. The fear of change is also often rooted in the story we tell ourselves. We've all developed narratives about who we are, what we are capable of, and how the world works. These stories create a sense of security and familiarity, but they can also become prisons that trap us in limited thinking. We convince ourselves that change would disrupt our lives in ways that are too painful or too difficult to bear. But these stories are often based on assumptions and fears, not on reality. The truth is, we have the power to rewrite our stories at any time. We can choose to let go of the old beliefs that no longer serve us and embrace new ones that empower us. Fear of change is often about a lack of control. We think that by resisting change, we can somehow keep things predictable, keep things within our grasp. But in reality, we are never truly in control. Life is unpredictable, and change is part of the fabric of existence. The more we try to control it, the more we create anxiety and tension. True power comes when we stop resisting change and start flowing with it. When we stop fearing the unknown and start seeing it as an opportunity for growth. When we trust that the universe, or whatever higher power we believe in, is guiding us to exactly where we need to be, even if we can't see the entire path ahead. The fear of change also stems from a fear of failure. We fear that if we step into the unknown, we will make mistakes or fall short of our expectations. But failure is not the end. It's simply part of the process of learning and growing. Every successful person you've ever admired has failed many times before achieving greatness. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is that they didn't let the fear of failure stop them. Instead, they saw failure as a lesson, a stepping stone that brought them closer to their goals. To overcome the fear of change, we must embrace it as an essential part of life. We must reframe the way we view change, not as something to be feared, but as something to be welcomed. Change is the opportunity to discover new strengths, new perspectives, and new possibilities. The more we resist it, the more we hold ourselves back. But when we learn to embrace it, we tap into a limitless potential that is always within us. Change isn't something that happens to us, it's something that happens for us. It's the universe's way of moving us closer to our true selves, to our highest purpose, and to the life we are meant to live. So the next time you feel the fear of change creeping in, remember that it's only a signal that you're on the edge of something great. Instead of backing away from it, take a step forward. Step into the unknown, trust in your ability to adapt, and embrace the growth that will come with it. Change is not the enemy, fear of change is the enemy. And the moment you decide to face that fear head on, you will unlock a new chapter of your life, one filled with limitless opportunities and unbounded growth. Momentum is one of the most powerful forces you can harness in life. It's the secret to achieving extraordinary results, to breaking through obstacles, and to creating lasting change. The key to success lies in the ability to create momentum, because once it's built, nothing can stop you. But how do you build that momentum? It doesn't happen overnight. It starts with a single decision, a single action. The hardest part is always getting started. Once you take that first step, however, momentum begins to work in your favor. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts small, but with each passing moment, it gains speed and strength, becoming unstoppable. The first thing to understand is that momentum is a result of action. The more consistent and focused your actions are, the stronger the momentum becomes. It's not about taking random actions or waiting for the perfect time. It's about taking the right actions consistently, day in and day out, without hesitation. It's about showing up even when you don't feel like it, even when the conditions aren't ideal, even when the results aren't immediately visible, because that's when the magic happens. That's when you begin to create the kind of momentum that turns dreams into reality. When you take massive action, you start to unlock a rhythm in your life. Each action you take propels you forward, and the more actions you take, the more momentum builds. At first, it might feel like you're not making progress. You may feel like you're pushing against resistance, like the results are slow to come. But this is where most people give up. They get discouraged because they don't see immediate rewards. But this is the critical moment when the foundation for momentum is being laid. Every small step, every tiny bit of effort you put forth is fueling your momentum. The key is to stay committed even when you can't see the full picture. Trust that your efforts are building something powerful. Consistency is the backbone of momentum. The difference between people who achieve massive success and those who don't is often not talent or intelligence, but sheer consistency. It's the willingness to show up day after day, even when things feel difficult or boring. This consistency creates a sense of forward motion that becomes self-sustaining. It's like pushing a car that's stuck in neutral. At first, it takes a lot of effort, but once the car starts moving, it becomes easier to keep it moving. And the more you push, the faster it goes. Your momentum starts to feed on itself. You reach a point where you can't help but move forward because you've built such powerful momentum that stopping seems harder than continuing. But creating momentum isn't just about physical action, it's also about emotional energy. You have to fuel your momentum with the right mindset, with belief, and with passion. Without the right energy behind your actions, even the most consistent effort can feel like you're pushing a boulder uphill. But when you bring passion, focus, and enthusiasm into everything you do, you ignite that momentum. It becomes a force that drives you forward, even on the tough days. It's the energy that gets you out of bed early, that keeps you going late into the night, and that pushes you through setbacks. When you feel the momentum building, you start to believe that anything is possible. You begin to see opportunities where you once saw obstacles. You begin to take bigger risks, make bolder decisions, and stretch beyond what you thought was possible. Massive momentum also requires you to be willing to fail, and fail fast. Every successful person has encountered setbacks, obstacles, and failures, but they didn't stop. They didn't let failure define them. Instead, they used failure as fuel to keep moving forward. When you create momentum, you will encounter challenges, and that's okay. What matters is how you respond. When you fall down, get back up. When things don't go as planned, adjust and keep moving. Momentum doesn't care about your failures. It cares about your willingness to keep going no matter what. Another important element of creating massive momentum is clarity. You need to know exactly where you're going and why. Without a clear vision, momentum can become unfocused and scattered. When you have clarity about your goals and the steps needed to achieve them, your actions become more intentional. You no longer waste energy on things that don't matter. Your focus sharpens, and with that focus comes more powerful action. Clarity helps you build momentum faster because it eliminates distractions and keeps you moving toward your desired outcome. One of the biggest mistakes people make when trying to create momentum is expecting it to be a smooth ride. They think that once they get started, everything will fall into place effortlessly. But in reality, there will always be challenges. There will always be times when you feel like giving up, when you hit roadblocks, or when things don't go according to plan. But it's those moments that define whether or not you'll build momentum. If you stop every time things get tough, you'll never experience the true power of momentum. But if you keep going, if you keep showing up, keep pushing forward, and keep making progress, you will eventually break through. And when you do, the momentum you've built will carry you to heights you never imagined. Lastly, creating momentum requires you to take massive, focused action. It's not enough to just take action. You must take big action with intention and with a clear sense of urgency. This means not waiting for the perfect moment, not waiting for everything to be just right. You have to go all in, and you have to do it now. It's about putting everything you have into what you're doing, pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone, and challenging yourself to go further than you've ever gone before. Massive action leads to massive results, and it's the spark that ignites the engine of momentum. When you create massive momentum, you are no longer at the mercy of external circumstances. You are in control. You've built an unstoppable force that propels you forward no matter what comes your way. The key is to start now. Don't wait for the perfect conditions. Don't wait for the stars to align. Take action today and build the momentum that will carry you through the year, through the months, and into the life you've always dreamed of. Hope is a powerful force. It's the belief that something better is possible, that change can happen, and that things will improve. But hope alone is not enough to bring the results you want. It's easy to hope for success, for happiness, or for the life you dream about. But without action, without commitment, hope remains just a wish, a desire, something that lingers in your mind but never takes root in your reality. To truly transform your life, you must shift from hoping for success to being certain that success is yours for the taking. Hope keeps you waiting. It keeps you uncertain, always looking for signs, always waiting for the right time, always thinking maybe it will happen, maybe it won't. But certainty shifts the dynamic entirely. When you make the shift from hope to certainty, you stop waiting, you stop wishing. You step into a new mindset where your success isn't just a possibility, it's a foregone conclusion. Certainty means you take control of your life. You decide what's going to happen, and you act with the unwavering belief that the outcome you desire is inevitable. The first thing to understand is that certainty is not a feeling. It's not about knowing the future or having everything figured out. Certainty is an internal state of mind. It's about believing in your ability to create the life you want regardless of external circumstances. It's the unwavering faith that no matter what challenges come your way, you have the resources, the skills, and the resilience to handle them. Certainty is grounded in confidence, not in wishful thinking. When you operate from a place of certainty, you stop second-guessing yourself. You stop wondering if you're good enough or if you have what it takes. You trust yourself. You trust your decisions. You trust that you are capable of figuring things out as you go. Hope, on the other hand, keeps you in a state of passivity. It's a waiting game. When you're hoping for something to happen, you're still putting your fate in someone else's hands. You're waiting for the right opportunity, for the perfect conditions, for the universe to align. But nothing happens in the waiting game. Things change when you decide to take action, and action comes from certainty. Certainty doesn't wait for the perfect conditions. It creates them. It pushes you to move forward, to make things happen, regardless of how difficult or uncertain the path ahead may seem. When you shift from hope to certainty, you become the creator of your own destiny. To shift from hope to certainty, you must believe in your power to take action. The most successful people in the world didn't sit around hoping for things to work out. They took action, and they kept taking action until they achieved their goals. They didn't wait for perfect circumstances or for everything to align just right. They acted with confidence, with the belief that they were capable of overcoming any obstacle. Certainty gives you the fuel to take bold steps forward. It gives you the courage to make decisions even when you don't have all the answers. Certainty is about knowing that no matter what happens, you will find a way to succeed. Hope is often rooted in fear. It's the fear that things may not work out, the fear that you won't succeed, the fear that you'll fail. But certainty is the antidote to fear. When you are certain, fear has no place in your mind. You stop letting doubt control your decisions. You stop letting fear dictate your actions. Instead, you focus on the possibilities, on what can go right, on what you can create. You realize that the only true failure is the failure to take action, to try, to give it your all. Certainty allows you to take risks without hesitation because you know that failure is simply a stepping stone on the path to success. The shift from hope to certainty is also about embracing responsibility. Hope often comes with a sense of helplessness, the idea that the outcome is in someone else's hands. But when you step into certainty, you take full responsibility for your life. You stop blaming circumstances, other people, or external factors for your situation. You realize that your future is in your hands and you have the power to shape it. Certainty means you are the author of your own story. You take responsibility for the decisions you make, the actions you take, and the results you create. And when you take full responsibility, you take back control. You stop relying on external factors to determine your fate, and instead, you start creating your own reality. Certainty is also the key to mental resilience. The road to success is rarely smooth. There will be setbacks, there will be challenges, there will be moments of doubt. But when you operate from a place of certainty, you don't let those challenges defeat you. You face them head on with the knowledge that you will find a way to overcome them. Certainty gives you the mental strength to keep going when things get tough. It gives you the belief that you have the inner resources to handle anything that comes your way. This resilience is the foundation upon which success is built. When you live in hope, you are constantly wondering if you're doing the right thing. You're second guessing yourself, questioning whether you should take that next step. You're unsure of what the future holds, and that uncertainty keeps you stuck. But when you operate from certainty, you know exactly what you want, and you go after it with everything you have. You stop hesitating, you stop wondering if you're good enough, you stop waiting for someone else to tell you what to do. Instead, you trust your instincts, you trust your plan, you trust that your success is inevitable because you are certain that you will make it happen. To truly shift from hope to certainty, you must focus on your beliefs. Your beliefs create your reality. If you believe that success is possible, that you have what it takes, and that your goals are achievable, your actions will reflect that certainty. But if you are uncertain, if you believe that success is a distant dream, or that you don't have what it takes, you will act accordingly. Certainty requires a shift in your internal dialogue. It requires you to change your beliefs about yourself and the world around you. When you believe that success is inevitable, you stop doubting yourself. You stop looking for excuses. You stop waiting for things to happen. You take ownership of your future and you start making things happen. Hope is about waiting. Certainty is about acting. Hope is about wishing. Certainty is about knowing. Hope is about the future being uncertain. Certainty is about the future being within your control. The shift from hope to certainty is the shift from being a passive observer of your life to being an active creator of your destiny. It's the shift from hoping for success to knowing that success is yours to claim. It's the shift from doubt to unshakable belief. When you embrace certainty, you tap into a power that propels you forward no matter what. It's the certainty that you will succeed because you have the courage to act, the resilience to overcome obstacles, and the unshakable belief that your success is inevitable. In conclusion, the shift from hope to certainty is the catalyst that propels you into action and fuels your success. Hope keeps you waiting, uncertain, and passive, while certainty empowers you to take control of your destiny, trust in your ability, and make bold decisions. With certainty, you eliminate fear, embrace responsibility, and build the mental resilience to overcome any obstacle. By shifting your beliefs and focusing on what you can create, you unlock your true potential. The future isn't something to hope for, It's something you shape with confidence, unwavering belief, and deliberate action.